Here, Manan. Welcome to the adventures in the deep dark depths of Manan. We have found an ancient shark who screams into the minds of its victims. It's probably something beyond the understanding of the ancient, only known in the ancient times of mortal men and Selkaf, mostly Selkaf. And now, Rhea Maven sets out to confront it. After having killed those two scientists for, well, annoying her and trying to kill her in the first place. More FIRAAXTAATLMNN. These waters were not as cleared up as we thought. Just in time. Oh no! Use it again! Yeah. They're very predatory now. That looks like machinery. I think this might be indeed the way. With a soft ocean floor, it's much nicer walking here. That's a good clunk, 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 clunk. Sharks all around. What's that in the distance? Oh dear, that is a big FIRAAXTAATLMNN shark indeed. I got the feeling we should not try and fight this thing, because you know, the lightsaber igniting in water boils the water around your hands and such. It's a bad scene for an experienced Sith and Jedi. Okay. Accessing harvester control. Harvester status nominal. Command query. Access the fuel pressure tanks. Building pressure tank control label. Operator warning. Hydronium unsafe at 400 seconds. Pressure would rupture container pod. To blow everything up and to put poison in there. I think Rhea has a sudden inclination to blow everything up. And honestly, poisoning the water, that has with unknown poison, yes, it has a lot of unknown things and symptoms attached to it. So, and blowing things up was always a certainty, and Rhea Maven liked such destructive certainties. Which is why she cut so many people down on her journey. She desperately seeks certainty in her life. So let's go and fill the injector pod, I guess. So 3 or 3 million. And we need to get it to 4 in the container. We can do that. So transfer from injector to container. That's 3. Let's fill the injector pod again. And move it to the container pod. Okay, that was wrong. Transfer to container. There we go. Now fill the injector pod and transfer from injector to container. And that's 5. Now it should be a solid, and we have 1 in there. So let's dump what's in the container pod right now. And transfer what's in the injector to the container. So that's 1. Now we fill the injector with the 3. and transfer that to the container, which will make it 4. Error, harvester malfunction. Emergency shutdown initiated. Failure, continue. Warning, container pod unstable. Evacuate area immediately. Hoo-hoo! Kablooey! Ha ha ha! And with that knowledge, the Maven set forth. Oh, the sea beast is now there. The KotOR harvesting machine has been destroyed. Great Fraction shows no sign of hostility and allows you to pass. What a fierce sea beast indeed. And for all we know, it's still wandering the deep dark depths of Mannan. Right, why? If you were swimming in the water of Mannan, it might just jump up to the surface and snatch you up, pull you down, to never be seen from again. Yes, and Rhea had the chance to kill it and she didn't take it. Such is the evil callousness of Rhea Maven. The star map is discovered. It probably isn't affecting the Fraction Shark to be so evil and violent. 3, no 4 points now. Getting very close to locating that star forge. I wonder if the giant Fraction will go back down into its deep dark hole. And so with everyone back, well, no, everyone dead. Yes, that's the word. Everyone was dead on the HRAKERT Rift Station. There were no more witnesses. Rhea Maven could make up whatever story she wanted about what happened here. So she headed back, if I can select this as well, yes. She headed back to the surface, ready to make up for the story in her brutal favors. And the sharks were indeed a lot more passive now, allowing her passage back up to Alto City.
You've returned.
Hello,
I was
Roland.
beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
Complete and total destruction. The cell cap went insane.
Insane? What did they do?
Yes.
And why?
They killed almost everyone on the station. The wretched cell
And
cap.
the mercenaries we sent later? That's horrible. What caused them
Yes.
to all go insane at once like that?
The construction. It woke something up. Something from the darkest depths.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the
Yes.
KotOR?
Yes. A giant FIRAAXTAATLMNN shark that drove all the Kalkaf insane and cried out with an unholy roar and such.
The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
Complete annihilation. The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That
By
will
the
set our
cell
work
cap,
back
not by
years.
Rhea.
It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh,
You
and did you
better.
end up finding your star map?
That is none of your business, Rhea. Shouted
I
proudly.
assume that means yes. As you can see,
Yeah.
by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together in the future.
I would not think so. Rhea Maven learns another lesson. Level 18, well that's impressive. What skills should she develop? Think a little bit here. Well, I guess a bit injury can't help. Can't hurt. I mean, yes. What's this? Force kill! I like that! Power allows them to exterminate a single enemy's range with a single thought. causing the target to choke for 6 seconds, inflicting damage equal to half the target's maximum vitality points. This sounds great. Basically a manifestation of Ria's anger and frustration and everything she goes through. Well, let's report into the Cellcraft and tell them how insane they went. Him. Who is awaiting me? Cellcraft! Cellcraft cops! No! Not again! You're always standing still. Ah, you saw the detonations. The spy monsters the Republic and Singapore should leave it. And the Republic thinks it's so clever that the fishman don't detect them. No, that's nonsense. Great, we're getting taken by the cops again. Very well, Ria will come peacefully. Uncharacteristically peacefully. But I don't think Ria was ready for a whole war against the insane fish people yet. She has killed enough of them down there. Suits her dark desires. They're arguing, eh? You're not supposed to hear this. Ah, so they're worried about it. Threats to your neutrality, eh? So you'll answer threats to your neutrality with violence. How interesting. Yes, they're worried about all the explosions in the HRAKERT. Don't know what happened. Those threats to the Republic. Ria Maven is used to such. The explosions were at the research station that both governments had set up down there. You sneaky little fishman! Oh, we don't need to lie. Ah, he knows this. Outrage! Shall we get beneath the table? Wow, threats being thrown all around to each other. Such politics. It's almost like the Republic Senate. Ah! What caused the explosion? The machine had woken up a giant fraction shark! A true horror of the deepest depths. Could it be? Yes! It was Apollef, or Leviathan, or something like that. No, the machine was driving everyone mad, actually. The progenitor? Ew, two are descendants from sharks. I can see it. Ew, how aggressive they are when discussing the origins of their religious myths. Yeah, so now they're happy about this, eh? More shouting behind closed doors between the fishermen. Or gurgling at each other, I suppose. And so, Ria Maven was liked by the Selka fish people, or some of them at least. She was let go, and this was the last encounter Ria Maven had with the dreaded cops of, not cops, but cops of, Manan. So now it's just reporting into some good Samaritans, and then we'll be heading off this fishy place, probably. Maybe go on a few dates. I'm sure they'll have some good fish bars around here. Yes, they are sending them to a secret base in the HRAKERT, which is now nearly blown up entirely. Let's say you suspected this. They are already well aware of what has happening. But it is a strategic choice, yes? Conquer Manan. Yes, always looking at your bottom line, aren't you, Mr.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the KotOR, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
No, they're greedy bastards. They always steal from their own citizens, from other planets, from each other. What is he asking? Oh yes, make sure that this is shut down. Well, it's very shut down already. No, they weren't. Now they're all dead. Yes, ancient dark mysteries. He gets the graveness of all this revelation and such. They awoke a creature which fell upon the KotOR. What other deep dark mysteries down in that rift? The creature is alive, do not worry. Or actually do worry. It still lurks the darkest depths of your seas. I would leave such dark thoughts alone if I were you. Ah, excellent! Finally he's happy and he pays it. Well, with that, I think we have done all that we can here on the Manan. Maybe I'll do some shopping and some bar hopping. Yes, let's see what. Maybe Jodie has an interesting story before we go. Jodie!
Got something on your mind, do you?
Yes, I would like to hear a nice ending story before we leave our dear viewers. You're so good at telling stories like that. You never did actually say why you decided to come with Ria Maven.
Oh, I never did I?
Are you always this elusive and sneaky, old man?
Me, elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you
Ria Maven has never done that.
I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
You looked plenty happy there to me, honestly. Quite in your
You live in an
element.
overgrown stump with a tax beating down your door, and you tell me how happy you would be. I was pleased just to have visitors. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands.
Yes.
I'm just
That's
happy to be
true.
back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, but you could do that on your own. It would be easy to. It would be hard to hijack a ship from one of the weak-willed
Sure, I
FLS.
could. Not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
Well, more about destiny. What do you know of this whole destiny
Of course
matter?
not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off.
You?
As if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But,
Well,
I'm sure you don't need to hear my
yeah.
ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
Yes, Bastila. Mostly Bastila. Still, tell me what you do see. This whole destiny malarkey is kind
The
of
future will come of
ominous.
its own accord,
And I'm
trust me.
feeling ominous
Sometimes
mysteries.
navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can be all
Hey,
bad.
you remind me of Nomi. Nomi? Who is this Nomi?
Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh,
Ew.
fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I don't know. Some ladies get quite far chatting up with old men, especially those standing outside of the Republic Senate building. Such wretched sloozies. Like parasites hanging on for Inquin's wealth and power. Yeah. So you're coming along as some kind of observer for someone?
If I ever refuse to help you when you ask, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? Too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Well, it's an interesting way to send me away, but yes, I do agree. We've been talkative enough. Still, I think next time we'll catch up with more of the crew, and then head off to Manaan to new adventures. So, until then,